Welcome to this presentation series, Presentation 1, Level O. In this relation, we are going to look at with regard to contract of employment. Contract of employment has two categories. First one is contract of service. That means there is the employer and employee relationship is available. Second one is contract for service. It means the service provider is considered as an independent contractor. In order to identify a contract of service, there are tests. The first one is control test. Second one, integration test. Third one is economic test. Fourth one is multiple test. There are characteristics of the test in relation to the contract of service. The first one is control test. In the case of service of contract, the employee is bound by the command of the employer. That means the workplace and the working time and how the work should be all are decided by the employer, and the service provider cannot delegate his work to another, and the employee cannot work in any other similar places without proper permission of the employer. However, this is not applicable for the expert workers, such as a surgeon. The second one is here contract for service. In the case of control test, there is no direct command is given by the employer in relation to contract of service. So the service provider is considered as an independent contractor. With regard to integration test, the service is an integral part of the business. So without that service, that business cannot be run. However, the service is not part of the business. It is considered as contract for service. Third one is economic reality test. There is risk of loss and chance of profit in the case of a service of contract. It affects on account of the employee. So, in that case, it is considered as service of contract. However, there is no risk of loss or no chance of profit from the business is involved in the case of contract for service. The last, multiple test. It means it is provided various elements such as training, equipment, insurance, EPF, hostels, etc. to the employee. So the bond is strong. However, no other benefits are involved in the case of contract for service. Relevant case laws are available. It is given in this chart. And we will look at them in detail in our next presentation. Thank you very much.